Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Picnic Table Chat Show. And Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you are having a great New Year so far. A nice, relaxing day after, I'm sure, a late night of partying. I myself stayed up and watched the fireworks on the telly with the kids. It was their first year ever staying up that late. And Amy actually fell asleep halfway through the fireworks, bless her. But they enjoyed it, and that's that. So happy New Year to everyone. This is season 7, episode 1. It's a new year, so let's start a new season. Let's start it in the right way. We have unfortunately rescheduled tonight's interview for next Sunday, and that is simply for the fact that I haven't had a chance to advertise it. With it being New Year, it's kind of not the best timing wise to do an interview, so we're going to get Ant Farm Supplies back next Sunday, so please do join us for that one. It's going to be a great stream. Ant Farm Supplies is actually coming to our show in Sheffield as well. So you'll be able to see some of their amazing stock if you're coming to Sheffield. Some of the details are running along the bottom of the screen at the moment. I will talk you through more about Sheffield in the coming weeks. Obviously, it is only about 40 days away now. If you are planning to come to Sheffield, do grab your tickets online and you'll be able to get in much faster than having to queue up and buy your tickets at the door. There will be a fast door for anyone with an online ticket just to scan it and walk straight in. So that will make things a lot easier. If you're looking for a way to get to the event, we do have a bus going up the east coast of the UK. So get in contact with us. It's going up on the 10th and coming back a few hours after the show, after there's time to have something to eat and stuff, you know. So yeah, get in contact if you're interested in that. Sheffield in total, it's looking absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's coming along the screen now. Over 30 vendors, 2 stage areas, large exhibit area. It's basically going to be absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for Sheffield now. All the hard work is done. All the organising's done. It's just a matter of getting there and enjoying the day now. And obviously, we're working on the other 2 shows we got next year. We got Weymouth in May, and we are doing Bristol again in August. So if you can't make it to Sheffield, do come along to one of the other shows. I also have a free event. The week after we're at Sheffield, I have a free event at Weymouth Library, which you're welcome to come to. It's just going to be, I say, completely free. Me there for 2 hours from 12 o'clock till 2 o'clock at Weymouth Library with a load of my inverts and stuff, just showing off what I do at my not the exhibitions, at the workshops, basically. Just a bit of fun. And you might even find there's a bit of free stuff to get hold of whilst you're there. So what else is going on? What else is going on? Oh, if you are looking for more things to do tomorrow night I am going to be on stream with Incredible Inverts. We're going to be talking deeply about Sheffield and lots of cool stuff. So do join me over on Incredible Inverts channel. If you haven't subbed to them, I do advise that you do. They do lots of cool zoo tours and stuff like that. Lately, they've done all sorts of videos in the past, obviously. But yeah, check them out. Definitely a great channel to keep watching. So yeah, what else is there to talk about? Let's talk a little about the ants, because that's what we're here for. The ants. Let's talk about the leaf cutters first, not the ones on screen. Let's talk about the leaf cutters. The leaf cutters are doing really well. I've removed the tub from their fungus. Now, if you've watched a video that I released just yesterday, you already know this. I've removed the tub from their fungus. The tub's used to create like a mini environment around the fungus. So I've removed that, and I've got a much better view of it for a start. But it seems it's doing really well. Seems to be growing well and whatnot. I've put, yes, leaf cutters, Robert. Robert's over there on Facebook. Thanks for joining us, Robert. You absolute legend. So I put in ivy and bramble. Now, a few days ago, I put in ivy and bramble. They went absolutely nuts for the ivy. In fact, again, that's in the video that I released yesterday. And you can see how much they're going for the ivy. So I've done the same again. I put in ivy and privet this time. And they actually haven't bothered with pretty much any of it. They started cutting a little bit, but they're hardly bothered. So I'm probably going to swap that out tomorrow for something else. Probably, I don't know, wildflowers for my garden, possibly. I've got loads of different options all in my garden, which is very, very handy. But in general, I'd say they're doing really well. We had a little bit of a fungus issue where the temperature was reaching about 27 degrees on a daily basis. Now, fungus needs to be kept at 99% humidity, roughly, and about 25 degrees. I thought 27 is not too much, but there wasn't any like visible growth during that period, but I was seeing rubbish accumulate. So it means that the fungus wasn't really growing faster than it was dying, you know. So I lowered the temperature back down, and now the fungus does seem to be doing much better. So that's always a bonus. I can just hear my little one giggling in the background. But yeah, so in general, I'd say the leaf cutters are doing really well. If you come into Sheffield again, you'll be able to see the leaf cutters at Sheffield. We'll be bringing them the whole 300-mile journey there and the whole 300-mile journey back. And there's going to be a lot of effort going into bringing them and keeping them safe the whole way, keeping them at the right temperature the whole way in the back of a bus as well. It's going to be a bit of a situation and a nightmare. Lots of battery packs and auto heat doodads. I always think auto monitor things. You know what I mean? I always forget what they're called. Nightmare. But yeah, so we'll make it work. It'll be fine. 300 miles is nothing. So yeah, it's like I say, it's gonna be a great day. They're gonna be coming with me to Sheffield. They're gonna be one of the main exhibits over at Sheffield as well. Right in the sort of, as you're walking between room 1 and room 2, you'll basically walk through the exhibit area, and they're gonna be right there in the middle. Lights on them and everything. It's gonna be beautiful. And yes, so if you are coming to Sheffield, do make sure you check out both rooms. There's a stage in both rooms, and we are utilizing that space. So obviously the second stage will be in the second room, and the first stage, main stage, is in the main hall. Both are quite considerably large rooms, and there's plenty of space. We have full wheelchair access as well for any wheelchair users interested in coming. We've got full wheelchair access. Lots of toilets scattered about as well. Great toilet signage. So like at the Bristol show last year, I pretty much forgot to do like toilet signs, and people kept getting lost going and coming from the toilet. So this year, I mean, I have done toilet signs as well, but they're pretty well labeled anyways. And there's going to be maps about, we've got maps, we've got programs, we've got a lot, you know. So when you turn up at the event, grab yourself a map and a program. It might even be on the same thing. I can't even remember now. But grab yourself all the free stuff and have a really good day. In fact, there's going to be loads of free stuff and giveaways and stuff. Talking about giveaways, if you haven't yet, I do advise you jump onto the shop, go into the merchandise section, and that's the Ants on the Rock shop, obviously. Jump into the merchandise section and grab yourself a raffle ticket. These raffle tickets are £2.50 each, or 5 for £10. I'll send you through your numbers the minute you buy your ticket. Whatever. There's over £500 worth of prizes, over 20 prizes donated. So there's going to be multiple winners. If you win more than once, you win more than one prize. It's not like a one prize per person sort of job. You can win multiple times. So grab yourself a few tickets. Be honest, we actually haven't sold that many tickets. It's a bad time of year for people to buy raffle tickets, I know. And Christmas obviously came first. So we haven't actually sold that many. I'm not going to tell you how many we've sold, but if you were to buy one ticket, you've got a high likeliness of winning a prize at this point in time. Obviously, that might well change by the time we're at the event. The raffle will be drawn at 10:15 on the main stage. So these tickets will not be available at the event. You have to buy them before online. And that's because some of the tickets are vouchers to stores that are coming to the event in Sheffield. So you're able to spend the vouchers there if you so wish to. It was just something that was suggested to me. And it's a bit better timing wise, I suppose, because packed day, both stages are absolutely packed all day. So yeah, I've kind of squeezed it in there right at the start. But yes, definitely grab yourself some raffle tickets. Like I say, £2.50 for tickets. Some of these prizes are worth a lot of money on their own, and yeah, we've got loads of awesome prizes. We've got ants, we've got inverts, we've got vouchers, we've got Amazon vouchers, we've got taxidermy, we've got all sorts of really cool stuff donated as well. So check it out. All the details are on the website, like I say, on the merchandise section. Or I think if you go on the home page, there's a picture of the raffle there. If you click on the picture, that should take you straight through to it as well. So let's talk a little bit about the dives, the colony that is here in front of us right now. Polyrhacus dives, they're absolutely crazy. There is so many of them. As you can see, this tank's absolutely like brimming with them. There's loads of them running about. I have fed them, obviously, and that's why it's so busy tonight. It's like a constant stream. I don't know why the signal keeps dropping and then coming back and dropping and coming back. I apologize for that. I really do. But yeah, so it's quite busy in there at the moment, but over the last few days, it's been pretty hectic in this tank. Anyways, I can't really explain why. I kind of thought like they might have been making a satellite nest, and in fact, it wouldn't surprise me if they still did, but nothing as yet. Not in that sense, anyways. I kind of like they seem to be like taking a few of their dead bodies over there, and I'm not sure if they're having fights out in the second tank. I'm not really sure. It might be that some of these ants are spending so long in the second tank that their pheromones have slightly changed to the main nest, and when they try and reintegrate themselves, they get seen as an outsider. I don't know, but it's a possibility, isn't it? Very hard to tell. Oh, we're going to have an invader in a minute. I can hear my little one trying to break in. Let her come in. Yeah. Here you go, Evie. Come and take my hot drink. There you go. All gone now. Go away. Go on. Go with mummy. Good girl. And that's how I lose the rest of my coffee. Anyways, go and okay. Apparently, it was just poured away. That's good. He took it just to pour it away. Going back to the dives, so yeah, we have diverted obviously a lot of the traffic into this tank away from the pond area, which is working really well. Again, this is in the video that I released yesterday. But it's doing the job, and I'm really happy. They have been expanding again. They've expanded on the left-hand side this time, which is fine, but they are heading towards the corner. I was kind of hoping they would expand forward rather than to the sides, but they have continued to expand in either side, actually. And the nest is probably 1.5 foot, maybe 2 foot wide now, and I don't know, probably about 5 inches deep. I don't know. It's a big nest, and there's a lot of ants. That one's carrying something back. It's so blurry. I'm afraid I needed to get the light, but I couldn't find the other lights, and whatever. We got it as it is. The main tank's more focused than the branch, but we can still see the ants. We can see the little blurs moving, just about. Uh, but yeah, I think in general, I've been really enjoying having this two tank system with the branch kind of as the connection. They definitely enjoy it. The Beatles enjoy it. I've seen one or two isopods attempt it. I didn't actually watch it to the end, so I don't think I don't know if they made it, but I haven't seen those type of isopod. I've got separate species of isopods in each tank, so if they do start to mix and make it across, I'll know basically. Um, but all in all, we've got 5 species of isopods. We've got 3 species of ants because we've also got the acorn ants and Solenopsis fuga living in this tank here as well. Solenopsis fuga, obviously being the thief ant, are so small and indiscreet that they should be able to move around unnoticed. And the same as acorn ants, they're so small and nothing really notices them. Camponotus don't ever notice them. So I thought dives would hopefully be the same. And so far, we haven't had any issues that I've seen. I mean, I might have missed something, but I do tend to watch it quite a lot, and I've seen more acorn ants about since, so it's not like they've all been wiped out on the first day. Although times may change because it took the dives about a week to work out how to kill the Melanopus bicolor, and then they started tearing them apart until I got in there and saved the colony. Can anyone remember that? It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, right, I'm doing this, and I just got in there with a shovel, just took the whole colony out in one hit, and slapped it in a outworld, and spent the next like 3 hours going through it with a teaspoon, picking every ant out, putting it in a separate outworld. And my God, that was a hell of a job. But we saved the whole colony, the queen, the brood, and everything. And yeah, we kept them a lot. Well, they're still going now. Well, actually, I don't think they are going now. I still keep putting food in, but I haven't seen them for a while. So they might have actually come to the end of their life cycle, which is a shame, but it does happen in ant keeping, as we all know. So what else is going on in the ant room? Not an awful lot, to be honest. We have moved the Tet bees into the T-shaped formicarium, and they're doing really well. They're digging like they should be. But annoyingly, again, this is in the video from yesterday. Annoyingly, they're putting their chambers like the other side of the glass, so I still can't see it, even though it's really thin. I'm sure they'll keep digging away and exposing more of the chambers soon. But until that, can't really see them. There's been just most of my ants are in hibernation or just chilling. There's not really been any kind of exciting explosions. My Monomorium were a bit of a pain. They seem to have worked their way out of the outworld that they kept in the tubs and tubes set up. And I had probably about 200 Monomorium running about. I fixed it in the end. It was just a little bit of the cotton had basically been pulled away enough so that they could squeeze out. Good evening, Crazy Antic, for coming in, buddy. So yeah, apart from that, about like I say, 200-ish Monomorium. I mean, I'm still finding them now. They're so small, like they escaped in every direction, under everything, in the little cracks and crevices, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not too worried. They're Monomorium. I know they're invasive, but what can I do? If I'm spotting them, I'm trying to put them all. Yeah, it was the floricolor. They're a pain in the backside, as you know, but it was my fault really. I should have been keeping a better eye on the cotton blocker, and they've been in there, God knows how long, So they've just managed to work their way past it. And yeah, about 200 or so of them got out. I only saw one queen out of all of them. Only one queen that I saw had got out, and I popped her back in with a load of the workers, and it's been all right. My missus sits right there because basically we've got like a bean bag between my desk and the shelves that the wife will sit on, like whenever she's in there, and sit with me whilst I'm working. Shelves, and she's able to basically tell me if there's any running about. Get some yeah, yeah, you could. I think we do have them on the shop. If we don't need to put it on that, I've got plenty there. So if you need some, just send me a message. Actually, don't even go to the shop. Just send me a message and I'll sort you out. That's not an issue. Talking about the shop, actually, my bejeebers, we have put so many new products on the shop. I'm really actually looking forward to this year. More expensive orders, like the bigger orders, will be sent via courier, simply because I can't be asked with the Royal Mail. But we will still be using Royal Mail for the smaller orders, simply because it's not cost effective to get a courier. The other day in currency, yeah, all right, I'll check that out on the website. I probably need to update the stock, to be fair. Thanks. So yeah, the shop, we will be we technically haven't shut at all, to be fair. We've been taking orders the whole time, and I've got like 20 something orders to go out the day we start shipping again. We might be starting shipping. I said the 15th, but I said that when it was really cold, and it's not cold at the moment. If the weather carries on as it is, we might start shipping again a bit sooner. We'll probably start we'll probably start shipping dry goods this coming week. So if you're just waiting on dry goods, that will be coming. And if you're waiting on ants, it might be this coming week. It might be the week after. It all depends on the weather and if it holds off getting super cold. I mean, down here, it's quite temperate. You can walk about in just like normal. You don't need extra layers or anything, but it is wet. Which isn't an issue once you're in the post, I suppose, you know. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll see. Obviously, you'll know your order's coming because it will be marked as fulfilled and on its way. But we do have quite a lot coming out. We are going to be replacing. I've got to replace like 10 packages as well. Exactly that, creepy. Like I think, well, I've made a complaint against them basically, but I think basically a whole bag of post went missing with a load of my parcels in it, because loads of mine haven't gone actually, and it's really annoying. So I'm going to be replacing everything that didn't arrive last month and doing that as well. I need to check. I can't actually remember what month you're on off the top of my head, creepy, but if there's ants in it, it will be obviously when the weather's better. If it's not got ants in it, it will be this week. Tuesday, I think they start posting again, so it will either be Tuesday or Wednesday. Can I add them to my other order that I've already? Yes, you totally can, Crazy Antics. That's not a problem at all. Give me a message on email or whatever. We'll have a chat straight after this stream and get that sorted out. Yeah, like I said, I'm super excited just to start posting it, to be honest, because there's so many new products that I'm really proud of. We got our bioactive packs, our starter kits. I've even done a budget kit. So the budget tubs and tubes setup, it is literally a tubs and tubes setup. Don't get me wrong, nothing fancy. It is literally a lunchbox tub that I've cut the hole into the top, and I've put like mesh air holes and blocked it, and like it's been modified so that it's a living container. You get a bit of sand to fill the bottom, stick your test tubes in. You get 3 test tubes. You get a barrier, some candy, and some other bits like that, like your full starter setup. You can add ants to your order as well. It's like a colony of Lasius niger. But yeah, really, I'm quite happy with that, because although it's such a cheap product, it's all you need really. And it's something I always advocate, is the tubs and tubes setup. It works really well. There's no reason to go overboard if you don't need to. So yeah, you can now buy those tubs and tubes setup. I think the whole kit is like 12 quid, 13 quid. I can't actually remember. It's on the website under the Formicarium budget starter kit, tubs and tubes. Like I say, it is as simple as it sounds, but I've done it to basically keep that price really low. You're more paying for all the sugars and barriers and all of the extra bits that come with it. The tub is what it is. I won't lie to you. It's nothing fancy. It's the start. It's the start of a budget range, really. And I think we like those expensive kits. I think they're beautiful, but not everyone can afford them. And quite honestly, not all the time they're necessary. Tubs and tube setups are probably the most efficient way for me to keep ants. Until they reach a certain size, they're definitely, you know what I mean? Tubs and tubes just works. And talking about that, I've literally just spotted one of the dives just running around on the desk. So give me 2 seconds. I need to grab it. Well, that's not where you're supposed to be, little dive. Now he's on my pen. Now he's back in. That's how you deal with that. I don't panic when there's escapees anymore. I just deal with it. I'm not scared of the ants. The ants are scared of me. Oh, what else is on the shop now? We've got all sorts of new Formicarium, loads of new Formicarium starter kits on there. We've got bioactive kits. We've got the terrarium in a jar kit as well. I even used it the other day and I put a little short video up on YouTube if you want to see what you can make. But to be honest, I had enough stuff left over to probably make 2 or 3 more. Like, you could probably make 4 jar kits if you had more jars, but you only get 1 jar with a kit, and that's only like 15 quid, 30 quid. I can't honestly remember, but it's on the website again. I've kept it as cheap I can. I will get into that as well. Like I say, you know me, I keep everything as cheap as I can. So yeah, that's on the website. The jar kit, they are great fun. It's something, like I say, I do it with the workshops that I do. We do sort of build your own terrarium workshops where I teach them about it all. And I kind of thought, why not sell this? It's great fun. People like doing it, and it comes with everything you need. It comes with a plant, comes with carbon, the substrate, everything you need. And it's a great little bit of fun, and it's a great gift as well. Quite a few people buy these sorts of things as gifts, so why not? Or make it and then give it away as a gift. I don't know. The bigger bioactive packs we have as well. The bigger bioactive packs, they basically cover most. Like, you still got to buy like your drainage layer and your main substrate, but it's got enough substrate booster to do a big, like 4 to 6 foot tank. Same with the carbon. Everything else, the moss, there's tons of moss, and you get tons of stuff basically just to do basically a big 6 foot tank. You could easily get out of it. And the decor packs, I'm going to be adding more decor packs as well, and the sand needs to be added individually as well, because we've got a few other substrates that we've been working on as well. The sand is like a sand clay mix that we use that doesn't collapse really easily, and kind of goes a bit hard after it gets watered, so that's obviously really helpful. And yeah, we've got loads of new foods on the store. We've got the jelly pots, wax worms, dubia roaches, Mario worm farms. Like, you can get a colony of these dubia, not dubia, you can get a colony of the darkling beetles and sort of a little starter kit now, and it will give you on how to make your own breeding farm for Mario worms, basically. So that's really helpful. Yeah, new sugars. We already had the strawberry and the mixed berries. Now we have strawberries and cream as well, and you can buy that in, I think I need to put the hundreds on, but you can buy that in, I think it's 10 mils or 15 mils, and then 60 and 100 ml bottles as well. And oh yeah, every purchase throughout January, you will get sent a discount code as well, which you're able to use throughout. I think it's up until like May or something like that. It might even be longer, but it will be like a 5% off discount code, just appreciation for you using our store again in the new year. Because I love all my customers, I enjoy supplying you with this stuff. It's not about money for me. It's more about this is awesome. I want you to have it. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're going to be giving away discount codes. You'll probably get a few extra bits in your order as well. There'll be like a little flyer and stuff like that, a few extra information bits, maybe even some free stuff as well, because you know I'm a nightmare for it. I might even make your smaller order or sugars bigger or something like that. You never know. I'm a nice guy. So head over to the shop at some point and stick in an order for something, and you're probably going to get a lot more than what you pay for. What else is going on the I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting to talk about. I can't remember. Oh, the barrier. The barrier is now on the shop. I'm really happy with the barrier. It's alcohol, talcum powder, and a couple of extra things that I found that ants kind of stay away from. And it does work really efficiently. As you can see, the dives, I mean, they do get out occasionally, but that's because of the wire out of the tank, not because of the bridge and not because of the glass. I've been using this barrier on my Tetbees, my Monomorium. Pretty much a bad example, but yeah, I've been using this barrier on everything and it works really well. It works so well that the dives have built almost up to the barrier. There's about an inch gap and they won't go any closer. And it is literally a deterrent, you know what I mean? They don't like getting too close to it. And even if they did, they won't be able to cross it because of the talcum powder mixture is just so brittle, it falls off as they try and cross it. So yeah, if you're looking for a really efficient ant barrier, head on over to that. I think I've never actually had to replace the whole barrier on the main tank. I've had to do like the corners and the odd bit here and there, but I've never had to replace the barrier on the main tank. And it is at a 98% humidity in there as well. So just a little bit of information for you. It works at high humidities, dry situations, pretty much anything, unless you're going to wash it off with water directly, it's going to be really useful and stay in there. So let's talk a little bit about my centipede. My centipede, the poor thing. That is all right. I was watching him this morning and filming him a little bit, and then I noticed one of his terminal legs is gone. Now, for those of you that don't know centipedes, their terminal legs are the very end legs. They're slightly modified and normally a little bit longer than the normal legs, and that is to help with mating and that sort of thing. He's lost one. I don't know why. Like there's no reason it should feel at threat in that tank. Now, obviously, centipedes can lose limbs. They can choose to drop a leg or whatever. It's not an really good regeneration powers, and they'll do that if they think that they're in danger and they need to get away. But what on earth would cause it to feel that way in its own enclosure? The only other things that I've been putting in is dubia roaches, and quite honestly, they don't last very long. Like the centipede gets rid of them almost straight away, and that is the end of Mr. Dubia roach. I wouldn't want to be a dubia roach up against the centipede, to be honest, or any type of feeder up against the centipede. I've been really wanting to get something larger than a dubia roach. I'm not willing to use one of my other roaches because they are pets, not feeders. But if I can get something like I have heard people using baby mice and things like that, and I don't know if I could do that. It's a bit cruel. But I am thinking what's the next size up basically from a dubia roach, but it needs to be alive. I've done pinkies before, obviously dead mice, but it needs to be alive and kicking to really get that natural hunting behavior from the centipede. So we'll see where I go down with that dark road. I'll probably get so far and then be like, actually this isn't for me, I'll just stick to dubia. Because I'm not really into the live feedings. I do it when it's necessary, and it is really cool. But I tend to do pre-killed, you know that, for all my years of keeping and giving them pre-killed insects, basically. We are running out of things to talk about tonight. Now, again, I have rescheduled tonight's interview. Tonight, we were supposed to be interviewing Ant Farm Supplies. They're an absolutely awesome supplier of ant farms. Head over to their website or their Facebook page and check them out. Locust, that is a good idea, but I don't like the idea of locusts and crickets and stuff because they can bite back and they're just a pain in the backside. Yeah, head over to Ant Farm Supplies Facebook or website. They got some really great stuff on there. Check them out. They'll be coming to Sheffield as well, so you'll be able to get some great deals over at Sheffield. But check them out. They're really cool, really friendly people. They're going to come on to the chat show next Sunday, not Wednesday, on Sunday. And we're going to have a little interview, find out what they've been up to lately. Because I think they've got lots of new products coming up. You're going to have to wait and find out. But you've got lots of new products coming up. When will T-shirts be available? That is a very, very good question. What shirts do you want? Quite honestly, we could do T-shirts now. It would just be a matter of you paying beforehand. I just haven't got anything like that in stock at the moment. But if you want a T-shirt, I could get a T-shirt. But I don't know. Send me a message, Creepy. Send me a message. I totally could do it. I just haven't acted on it yet. Like, we've got all the designs. The printer's got the designs. We've even had the first set off them, and they looked fantastic. But I just didn't get the massive bulk order yet. Mainly because I've been investing in so many other products and other stuff. Yeah, that one. Let's say, send me a message after, and we'll get it sorted. But yeah, I've just been investing in so many other products and other things, and obviously paying for the show is quite expensive, let's say that. And as it's grown a lot bigger than we planned to have it in the first place, it's become even more expensive, which is fine. I don't care. We have over 100 tickets out at this point in time and over a month left to go. We have so many people saying that they're going to be there and they're going to be buying the tickets on the door. There are tickets on the door. You won't be able to buy a fast-paced ticket on the door. Yeah, it's doing really well, Crazy Antics. Thank you very much. Yeah, you won't be able to buy fast-paced the early access tickets on the door. If you want early access tickets, there's only, I don't know, like 5 left or something like that. They're on the website. They're £10 each. You get them 45 minutes early. That's before the main crowd. You get to look around all the stalls, find the best deals, speak to the traders without the like mass of people, speak to me, you get to basically enjoy it before the crowds. Only 25, I think, of these tickets went out. It was over 25 or 30 in total, and there's about 5 left. So if you want to get in early, grab one of those tickets, like I say, and you'll obviously be able to beat all the queues, all the crowds and everything. If not, grab your standard ticket, and then you'll just be able to come into the fast-paced entrance, scan your ticket on your way in, grab your wristband, and in you go. Grab your map and program and whatnot on your way past. If you're buying a ticket, you're going to have to stand there and queue, I'm afraid, because there's we have to take your money and then click it and then put your wristband on you, and then you can go in. It's a little bit longer. It's not that much longer, let's be honest, but it's a little bit longer, and I expect there's going to be more of a queue there. So grab a ticket online if you're wanting to just speed through. And I think that is about it. I don't really have a mass amount to talk to you about tonight because I was going to talk to you about these things after the interview. So, I wasn't going to keep you here all night. Just imagine there was an hour-long interview before I started chatting. I don't know. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me on New Year's Day. Is it New Year's Day? It is New Year's Day, isn't it? Because it isn't. Yeah. I hope everyone had a fantastic New Year, anyways, New Year's Eve, whatever. A great evening, enjoying the fireworks, enjoying family, friends, whatever you did. I hope you had a great time. And quite honestly, I hope everyone has an amazing year to come. 2023, for me personally, is either going to be a fantastic year or I'm just going to give up. No, it's going to be an absolutely awesome year, I'm sure. 2023 is going to be my year to really build this business into something amazing, build our shows into what I've got in my head. And yeah, it's going to be a great year for us. And no more moving house. We've moved house twice this year. No more moving house. We are finally settled in our final location. We've just got to decorate and do a garden and do about a billion other things. But we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I hope everyone has a brilliant 2023. I hope one's aspirations come true, much like my own, and we all come out of it better, or in a better position at least, because 2022 was rubbish. But yeah, let's call 2022 a write-off. Forget that year. Like, prices went up and COVID was still about. Oh my god, the last 2 or 3 years, let's just forget them, focus on the future, and it's all bright and green and good, or whatever. I don't know, whatever. But thank you all so much for coming in. It's been a great night of me chatting rubbish to you all again. Thank you so much for listening to me whilst I did that. Massive thank you to our sponsors, obviously, to us and Valhalla Martial Arts here in Weymouth. Both of you absolutely fantastic sponsors, and your continued ongoing support into the new year is thoroughly appreciated as well. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Crazy Antics. Thank you, Creepy. Thank you, anyone else, Mantis Garden, anyone else that's here that I haven't said your name, anyone lurking in the background, you're absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate you joining me. I'm still going to be here every Wednesday and Sunday for this next year. So make sure you're tuning in, keeping that bell hit and notified, or whatever the words are. I'm just going to confuse myself with those words. You know what I mean. Whatever. Oh dear. A massive thank you to my Patreon supporters as well. Again, ongoing support into the new year. Thoroughly appreciated. Helps me basically do everything that we do. But that is about it for tonight. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll see you all. Hopefully, I'll see some of you tomorrow over at Incredible Inverts YouTube channel, where we're going to be talking deeply about Sheffield and everything that's going on there. If not, I'll see you on Wednesday. God, that's a full week of streaming almost. Okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And lots of fantastic videos on their way as well. But I'm going to love you and leave you. So as always from me, I'll see you again soon, Ant fans. Good night.